everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Liz Wright from Liz at Home. Today I'm going to be colouring in another old book of mine called Colour Me. It's a Mary Engelbreit colouring book, and I've done a few things in here already. I quite like it. It's very cute. But I was paging through and I found something that I must have started a couple of years ago, these cute little hearts, and I thought with Valentine's Day coming up, it would be fun to do one of those per video. Excuse me. And I thought today I will start with this little squirrel. And I thought what could be fun is with each time I do one of these, I will use a different medium. So today I'm going to be using my trusty Prismacolors that I've got in my Niji roll. And I'm going to start with this. I think I'm going to make it a pink rose on the outside here, with a red center. And I'm just going to do a little chat video with you guys. I hope everyone's well and settling into the new year nicely. What's the weather like where you are? We're in the middle of summer here, and today is really quite warm. I can't tell you how many degrees. I didn't look. Our big problem though at the moment is power outages, which in South Africa we call load shedding, and we're really struggling at the moment. I don't make political comments on my channel, but we're going through very bad power outages. Today we're without power for 8 hours. They break it, they call it load shedding in South Africa, and they break it into various zones of the country, and the longest session we're having at the moment is a 4-hour session, and then it goes down. So we tend to have a few 2-hour sessions and then one long 4-hour session. And it can be quite daunting because our refrigerators and everything like that can't keep everything cold, and we have security alarm, and that the battery backup doesn't last. After a couple of hours, after when we have the 4-hour stint, then that goes a bit crazy as well. Of course, you can't boil a kettle to have a cup of tea or coffee. I do have vacuum flasks that I fill up in time, because we all know I love my tea. If I can have my cup of tea, somehow I can cope. But I'm fortunate where I am. My husband has bought battery backup for our computers and things like that. There are many people that are not able to do such things, and people that are struggling with their food going off, and so it's really quite a problem. Anyhow, that's that. I didn't mean to get onto a long harangue about that. Do any of you guys read the Jack Reacher books? I've read them all. And I'm busy going through a phase of rereading the whole lot again, which I'm so enjoying. It's funny, when life gets a bit stressful, sometimes doing something like that is really relaxing and fun. So I'm not doing anything weird or wonderful with this. I'm just colouring it in. Excuse me. Do you guys enjoy, do you enjoy seasonal colouring, like specifically Christmas and then Valentine's Day and all of that? I do and I don't. I'm quite looking forward to doing these. I haven't done Valentine's things for a while, and I look forward to them because it's getting a whip completed, which is nice. I really want to try and pay some attention this year into using my stash. I saw somebody in a crafter's YouTube video talking about a hashtag about using their stash. I didn't really look into it further. If you know anything about that, or if you happen to know of any hashtags going about using your stash, let me know, because I think it's a really good thing to do. I mean, we all love getting new things, but we have all of these colouring goodies lying around, and so that's why I thought it would be fun to do each little heart in a different medium. And I don't mean a medium per se, I mean a different art supply. So I could do more than one in pencils, but it would need to be a different brand. So I really should get, I'm going to write down here. Oops, that was my head. Put a little arrow, Prismacolors. There we are. Did any of you see my short on drawing that little kawaii ice cream cone? YouTube's trying to encourage all of us to make more shorts. And so I'm trying to do it. I find it quite tricky, actually, because I record this video on an app on my phone, on my mobile, and then I transfer it to my computer, to my laptop, and I edit it using an editing tool on my laptop. And that's sort of what I'm used to. Now, doing shorts, it's a different, whether the video is this way or this way is called, whether it's a vertical or a horizontal video. So when you're filming that, that is called an aspect ratio. So it's always a learning curve for me. So then I had to go and ask my friend, Mr. Google, which aspect ratio do you do for a vertical video? Luckily, it was quite easy. And so I set up my video editing tool to that aspect ratio and went ahead and took my video. But I wanted to do the whole of the colouring of the that little ice cream cone, not the colouring, the drawing of it. And I couldn't actually do that on a short because a short has to be less than a minute. And so I had discovered that if you upload something on YouTube, because they're trying to encourage shorts, you can take a bit out of any video and then they call it remixing it and then use it. So I'm presuming that means you can use anybody's video that has given permission for that, but I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to reuse my video to get it up as a short, because to upload it even in the correct aspect ratio, the way I always do, it came up as this vertical video in a normal video format. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And So I faffed around for ages trying to figure out what to do, and then I remixed it and I downloaded. I don't know if you guys know, if you ever read the more information beneath, but I have an ongoing subscription to a site called Epidemic Sound, where I download most of my sound, and that is copyright free. One's got to be incredibly careful on YouTube not to break any copyrights. And so uploaded my sound on that and everything, and so I was very happy. I thought, oh yay, I've done this. And then I deleted the vertical video that was on the normal videos, if that makes sense to you. I may be talking Greek to some of you. I'm sorry if I am. And lo and behold, I got a little message from YouTube saying, no, because they try to protect people's content, which is great and which I appreciate, because I don't want people stealing my content. Because the person whose video I had remixed this short from had removed their video. Now that person happened to have been me, and it's all on the same channel, so I'm not sure where the confusion comes in. But so then they removed my video. So that was not all that great for me. So then I went along and I remade it, and I figured out, because you only seem to be able to upload these shorts if you're uploading them from your mobile, unless I'm completely wrong. If anybody knows any different and has done it differently, please do let me know. But so I then saved it to my mobile and finally got the thing uploaded. Let me know if you do watch it and if you like it, if you'd like me to do any more like that. So this little branch, and I think I'm going to make him a normal grey squirrel, although I don't have many grey. I don't have all that many grey pencils here. I might have to, oh wait, look here some. That's grey. Oh, I've got three. I've got a dark, medium and light. So, let me know in the comments below what your favourite colouring book of the moment is. I'd love to hear. I don't have a favourite at the moment. I'm sort of a little bit twixt the devil and the deep blue sea with my colouring. I wouldn't say I've lost my mojo. I still love colouring, but I kind of have lost direction a little bit. So that's why I thought this might be a fun thing to do. Just these small little images. If you like this, if you'd like me to create a page of small little valentine images, let me know, and I'll do that with love. How many? Should it be from 1 to 14 for February or something? We could do them together. Because I know it's January now, so I'm a little bit early with my Valentine efforts. I can draw. There will be simple drawings. I'm not an accomplished artist, but I do like to draw. Oh, I don't know if you saw a change in light. I always feel as if I've been shot when that happens, but the power came back on, so now you're probably seeing a better colour. This squirrel is quite a strange colour, isn't he? I think the First grey I used was kind of brown. I didn't even look at the name. Just went ahead and coloured. Never mind, I'll fix it all up. I was watching a Netflix movie last night. I think it was just called Dog. It was one of those sentimental types of things about a boy, teenage boy that's just finishing, we would call it university here. I think you guys would call that college. Okay, so this is actually espresso, which is not really what I wanted. I wanted grey. He hasn't really got a direction, so he adopts a stray and basically, moves home and normal sort of teenage drama, loses, like having communication problems with his dad and all of that sort of thing. And then the dog gets lost, and the whole thing is about the search for the dog. It was a real tear-jerker, but had a happy ending, so it was worth watching. And I just love this kind of sentimental, I suppose they're almost like Hallmark movies in a way. I mean, I love a good thriller as well, but sometimes just watching something like that is such fun. So here goes the squirrel. It's amazing how much time it takes, but I must say nothing can quite beat Prismacolors for me. I've been using my polys, which are great, but you really have to layer with polys, and I suppose I'm layering here, but I feel like it's not quite as much as one would have to do with polys. How do you work with your Amazon shopping trolley? Do you see something and decide, oh, I want that, and put it in the trolley and leave it there and wait for the price to go down, or for your funds to come in? Or do you find something, decide you want it, and then just get it? Or do you build up your trolley and then you decide you want something, and then you kind of look at the final total, and then this is me. I usually get up to about 7, 8 things in the trolley. And then I start, then I look at all of that and comes to quite a lot. Then I figure I go on with the cart and see what the postage is going to be. And usually, so say the cart is about $100, then the postage and the import will be about 100 or 105. Then I decide, oh, that's too much. So then I start taking things out again. And it takes quite a while before I actually do buy something. I'd love to know how all of you guys go around it. Or do you get an impulse and you decide you want that book, you're getting that book, and boy, boom, off you go and you got it. I'd love to know. So I think we need to make this heart the same. Oh, goodness. Little squirrel has only got one arm colored in. There we are. Going to make this heart the same red as those flowers around it. And I will definitely put up a video for you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to make this Watercolor Wednesday. And I think I'm going to start... I think I'm going to try and make it like a... not quite a course, but starting with some very simple watercolor basics and easy things to do, talking a bit about the watercolors and things. And I hope you'll watch it and let me know whether you enjoy it or not. Look at that. I forgot to color in this. I think I'm using a different green here. This leaf. are. And one more heart here. And then I need to do the surround, the background of this little heart, and I think that could maybe be dark green or dark brown, not quite sure. I'll have a look now. Oh, you know what? This isn't a flower. It could be a blueberry. I made a mistake. Wonder if it will erase. Did a little bit. I'm going to go in with a black there. Got the smallest little black pencil. It's going to go dark just because I want to go over that. And then a couple of blues. That and like a violet, maybe that's the wrong one. I think this is a blueberry. I suppose it could be a different kind of a berry. Want to put a little bit of that pinky color that's sometimes in a blueberry. I love blueberries. I've been eating them with my muesli just lately. Now it looks like an eye with a problem. Okay. Going to do those little things that come out of the blueberry at the corner there. Oopsie. And some dark. Didn't really leave a highlight, did I? I'll darken up the one side. There we are. And going to colour in that rose. And the heart, I don't mean the rose, I mean the heart. I'm going to colour in this outside here with my, this was a very broken, look at that, Prismacolor. It's chocolate. It won't, it's one of those that won't sharpen, the wood just kind of goes. So I still use it. You see now, normally if I wasn't determined to use one type of art supply on this, or I would normally use a pen or a gel pen for this, but I'm going to go with this idea. I think I should make a kind of a blue background. Oops, now there goes our power again. So sorry about the bad lighting on this video. But this is a national problem that I actually have no control over. I have a light on here that I'm using a battery for, but when the minute the power goes on, it's like a bulb that the light bulb charges, and then the minute the power goes on, it changes how bright it is. So I really don't quite know what's happening. I hope the national grid hasn't totally failed. But lucky for you, it's not your problem. So I shan't bore you with it. There we are. Now I'm going to just do a very pale sort of blue background. A bit darker at the edges, maybe. He's holding my pencil right back so that I don't press too hard. And I could sharpen it, but I actually want this kind of a blunt to get a smudgy backgroundy thing. So regarding the watercolor and the thought of a new channel, I decided I'm going to continue with my channel as it is and make Watercolor Wednesdays where I will do watercolors. I might sometimes do watercolor in a coloring book, but you will see by the thumbnail whether that's what it is if you're only interested in coloring. But it will also be other watercolors like landscapes and learning with me. I'm not trying to teach. Learning with me how to paint leaves, how to paint flowers, to do some abstract things. I want to try and get a nice bouquet painted. I've never succeeded in that. I've tried over and over and over. So I thought it would be fun for us to try together. Yeah, and then if that works very well and a lot of people like it, then I might consider either changing my channel's name and just going on to watercolors or continuing with the coloring. I'll just see how you guys feel. I think I'll be led by you. And the way I'm led is like what the comments are like. How many people comment, how many people watch, how many likes. That's what guides me. Because, you know, I sit here and I do my thing, but I don't really know unless I see from those things. So I will be led by that. Now I'm going to sharpen this darker one and the pale one. Just going in the edge. The brown is smudging into the blue a little bit. So just tickling it out a little bit there. Wow, I'm feeling very warm at the moment. There's not much air in this room. Whew. Our schools start again on Wednesday, and the little play school started today, and my grandson, it's the little play school's third birthday. It's quite a new little school, and my grandson couldn't wait to go because they were having a party, so I took him to school and he was hyper excited. I must admit, people that teach tiny children deserve like a medal. I love little children. I love my grandchildren. But my goodness, I'm not the world's most patient and I get so tired. So I think I'll do that and in the little shadow there. I don't know what you think, if this looks good enough. It's been quite a long video, isn't it? Just for a teensy tiny little picture. Let me know if you want me to create some for you. Otherwise, we can just find whatever we like, and it would be nice if you kind of colour while I'm colouring and chatting, and then I'll feel as if you're in the room with me, even if you're not colouring the same picture. So I wouldn't imagine many of you have this book. It's not been, I never see it on Facebook or anything. I've got 2 of hers, actually, I quite like, but I like Cute. I'll put a link to it in case you're interested. But there we are, little squilly finished. I hope you like it, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and thank you for spending time with me. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Wednesday for Watercolor Wednesday. Bye-bye now.